I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
So we are at the midpoint of the season right now.
Yes.
2-4, eighth in the Big 12. What, or even if there's a saving factor for the rest of what would have to happen for the rest of the season for it to be considered or feel positive going towards next year?
I think for me, getting some of these young guys in and seeing them do well. So play some of your freshmen that are going to be here next year, your sophomores, play Garrett Green more. I'm not saying you got to start him. I'm not saying he's got to play more than 50, but play him more and let's feel good about next season, right? You got the biggest class ever. We know we got a young offensive line. We know we've got a good young secondary with a lot of sophomores. Let's feel better. Let's see our, we talked about last show, Caden Prather, who was supposed to be a big time recruit of the 21 class. Let's see him play more. I want to feel good. I don't think there's any way you're going to feel good about how this season ends. I'm not
You
going to
think
say
record wise, is there a
no. I don't think
record
there's any
in the
say.
last
You're
6
not going to
games?
win out. If I'm being realistic, no. If you're being realistic with yourself, there's no way this record turns out good.
If we finish 3-3 here at the end,
I don't think you
consider
do.
that
I think
a
that would
good
be
finish?
unrealistic.
I mean, you'd have to win. You can win TCU,
Kansas State and Kansas are
and
the games.
Kansas.
But the way West Virginia's been playing, I don't think they're going to win the games they should win.
I mean,
I don't think they win
think
those 3 games. If they do, even if they do, I'm not feeling better about this season because it's Neil Brown. It's his 3rd year. We had high hopes. I think it's already a letdown. If you go 3-3, it's a letdown.
the season as a whole was a letdown.
Yeah.
But you gotta, what's done is done. The first half of the season's done. You can't do anything about that.
I see what you're saying, but no, I think beating TCU, Kansas State, I may feel good because I'm saying, all right, at least in this season, you beat the teams you were supposed to. That's positive, right? Neil Brown's team goes in and they take care of business. They do what they're supposed to do. Kind of I don't know, redemption for the Texas Tech game or the Maryland game where you could have won. This could have been a vastly different season if you win those 2 games. So yeah, I'd feel a little better if they beat TCU, Kansas State, and Kansas. But for me, it's all about I want to get the guys going into next year. I want to see what we have. It's time to start getting excited for next season. You got Nico coming. You got a huge class coming. You got some 4-star running backs and wide receivers. Let's get our young guys experience. So moving into next year, they can pick up and we can hopefully not go through this again.
For me, for me to call this a decent season, I'd like 1 of 2 things for the second half to make it a decent second half. I would like to see us either finish 4-2, and that would put us at 6-6 for the year. I would feel okay. Maybe we turned it around. Maybe there's some hope for next season. We finish good. Or I would like to see us upset Oklahoma State. That's it. I think that's your Super Bowl for the season.
I'd feel huge if you upset shit. Even if you beat Texas, that would be huge.
Texas would be good, but I want to see us. I want to get Oklahoma State back. When we had Greer, they beat us.
Yeah,
that was a bad loss. I want to see that game. I want to see us beat Oklahoma State. I think if other than that, other than finishing 4-2 or winning against Oklahoma State, for me, I think the season's a loss. I wouldn't feel good about going into next year.
Honestly, I agree with you. I would feel good if we went 4-2.
Yeah, I'd be like, we didn't live the expectations.
Yeah,
but at least we finished strong.
Yeah, and you upset someone you're not supposed to win, so that's a good end to the season. I don't see it realistically.
I don't see it either.
Those games.
I could very well see us finishing 1-5.
Yes, I could too. I can't look at this. It's very hard. Hopefully I feel different after the game Saturday. Let us know what you guys think in the comments. I like Harry's question. That was a good question there. And I want to hear it from you guys too. What would make you feel better about this season to see in the last week? Is it seeing the young guys? Is it doing what you're supposed to and going 3-3? Is it getting an upset, going 4-2? Maybe it's not necessarily about the record. Maybe you lose to TCU in Kansas, but you beat Oklahoma State. Would that make you feel good? Just to get an upset of a game you're not supposed to win.
Yeah, I want to see. We need to beat somebody that we haven't beaten in a while. If we beat TCU, Kansas State, and Kansas, I'm not gonna feel good about that. But if we beat Oklahoma State,
one of these upsets here,
and Texas and Kansas, I would feel better about that 3-3.
Yeah,
then we need to beat somebody we haven't beaten in a while.
Let us know in the comments, guys. What do you think? What's your redemption for this season?
Yeah.
What do you want to see West Virginia do here in the closing half? Boy, football goes too fast. We just started.
I know, it's crazy. It feels like we just started and now we're at the midway point.
I feel like we waited all summer. It just started and we're already here talking about the end of the season. Jeez.
Yep.